Welcome back. Manitowoc police are working to identify two people believed to be linked to posters with hateful messages that have been appearing across the city. Now, this comes after the Wisconsin Maritime Museum spoke out online, condemning those posters found just outside its building alongside the USS Cobia. Samantha Cavalli joins us live in our Fox Valley newsroom after speaking with police. Samantha?
Right, Chris, both the Wisconsin Maritime Museum and the Manitowoc Police Department did decline requests for on-camera interviews. We're also not going to show the posters due to their hateful content. The museum says that the posters were put up Friday, March 13th, but weren't discovered until the next morning by someone passing by. In the image here on your screen, you'll be able to see two people dressed in dark clothing and ski masks with their hoods pulled up, faces obscured. Officers believe these are the people putting up the posters. Captain Matt Wallander with the Manitowoc Police Department says they've received about a dozen complaints in the past week and have launched a full investigation. He says police are looking into possible ordinance violations and potential hate crime enhancers if those responsible are identified. If caught, they would likely face citations, typically involving fines or a court appearance. The museum's post online went on to say in part, quote, "For anyone who saw the posters before they were removed, the WMM does not condone the hateful messages on these posters. Although these posters sought to create a divide within our community, we will continue to fulfill our mission to connect all people without exclusion," end quote. This follows reports of masked individuals believed to be tied to the neo-Nazi group Patriot Front appearing in Manitowoc March 8th. Now, those sightings sparked a response that you're seeing here, including a no Nazis, no hate rally organized by progressive Lakeshore people March 12th, aimed at reclaiming public spaces and reinforcing that hate is not welcome. Police say this latest case remains active and are asking anyone with information to come forward. Reporting live in the Fox Valley newsroom, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.